Hey everybody, I know that what people were looking for was to hear us talk about more and how we are, and to be able to see us talk about it as two middle-aged men in our 40s.
Just a bunch of grease balls.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing...
Well, here we are. We got a brand new show.
Yeah, we're doing a new show because Lord knows one was never going to be enough.
Right. We have so many listeners on the other show that we were like, I guess we'll do more.
Yeah. I said, Lord, don't tempt me.
Let's make it harder to edit. Let's make it take longer.
Yeah.
After asking everybody what movies are makers, we didn't choose one from that list. Instead, we chose
Red Shoe Diaries.
Red Shoe Diaries.
From Zalman King, the acclaimed master of erotic filmmaking and the creator of 9.5 Weeks and Wild Orchid, comes a provocative tale of desire unleashed. The Red Shoe Diary.
He's everything I ever dreamed of. Fairy tale prince.
I love the way you look. I love the way you smell. I love the way you taste.
He knows me inside out. I've surrendered to his every wish.
1992.
Because, we say really nice things about David Duchovny.
We do. It gives me a David Duchovny.
Oh, Duchovny. Don't say Duchovny. It's Duchovny.
Oh. This movie came out in 1992.
Was it Zalman King?
Oh, you better believe it.
You Must Remember This did the erotic 90s, and they covered this pretty extensively, this movie.
It's a precursor to the TV show.
Yeah, it did so well.
Pilot movie, they called it.
Yeah, let's make it a show. And David Duchovny kept doing it, even while X-Files was on, right?
He had just landed X-Files, so he was filming this on the weekends while doing the first season of X-Files.
And, he's probably... I haven't seen the show. I don't think he's like the narrator. Maybe does bookends.
The show is literally what the last few minutes sets up, where he just gets somebody's diary in this P.O. box, saxophone music, and then he Dear Red Shoe.
Dear Red Shoes, you want to know my secret?
I'm a slut. And then the show happens, and then it comes back, and he just sits pontificating.
Is this not the most amazing soundtrack you've ever heard in your life? Doesn't it instantly make you bonery?
It's like Joe Perry's just on a extended solo. The entire... It's like, what is this? The sad portion of Lethal Weapon? And then the sax comes in.
It might be.
Yeah. It feels like an extended intro to, what was that? Real Sex.
That's what I lump it in with.
Cab edition.
Taxi Cab
Confessions. That's what it is. We got there. Yeah, there was a tagline for this movie. Trapped by a burning secret. Torn by a blazing desire.
Well, that's pretty good. I thought it was maybe punch it till it goes away.
Boy, I don't know what to make of some of the stuff in this movie. The only other trivia that I have.
Yeah.
There's only one other.
Man.
Sharon Stone was considered for the role of Alex, but she turned it down to do Basic Instinct.
Oh, shit.
She dodged a bullet on that one.
Fuck, dude.
She's like, I'll show my beaver. Don't worry about it. Is that the Beaver movie?
Yeah, that is the Beaver movie.
Yeah, we should watch that. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah?
This movie is what it is. It's of its time.
I don't know. We wanted to do erotic movies, sexy movies. The sexiest movie I've seen recently, what would probably be my 10, which should... You guys like that? Is that sexy? The Burps? I should probably give it a 9, but a 10 on like the horniest movie I've seen recently. From Beyond. Barbara Crampton.
Oh God, yeah,
in her S&M outfit. That is the horniest I've been watching a movie in a long time.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, because I've been thinking like, well, what else? Like 50 Shades of Grey. I feel like the boners kind of stop after the early 90s.
Yeah, I don't.
90s,
I don't think they do sex stuff very much anymore.
No, I mean you get weird little dumb, like in Desperado. There's a sex scene.
That's the 90s.
Just candles and shit. It's like, what is
I
this
don't want that. I
garbage?
don't want candle sex.
That's what's weird about this is because Skinamax is mostly for teenage boys to beat it to, right?
Yeah. Beat what? What do you mean? Beat what? What do you
Dancing. Beat it.
mean? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking.
They practice to it. But this feels very much more for women.
Yeah.
You know, it's like super erotic and sultry, I guess. But it's also like he's raping her, right? Is that
Who?
rape?
Billy?
Yeah. In the hotel room? She goes, I don't want it anymore. He goes, you're going to take it.
Can you feel how much I want to?
Yes.
Does it feel good? Do you like the way it feels?
Yes.
Okay. So, way to march us right into trouble. Yes and no. I mean, I think she's powerlessly horny for him.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to put her foot down, but he's just like, no. And that's really all it takes.
It gets out of control, yeah. And putting her on his crotch. So hot, it's a hot crotch.
They are fucking.
And instantaneously, he's inside. Because she goes, I'll scream.
And he
goes,
screams.
I'll scream. Ah! And he goes, you know what? Scream. By the time somebody gets here, I'll already be inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have to kill me to get me out of here.
I'll be like one of those dogs you see in the park. You'll have to turn a fire hose on me to get me off you.
It's like, oh boy.
It's still kind of hot, though.
Yeah, the first scene, okay, so the movie starts, right?
Yeah, wait.
Oh,
no.
sorry. You know what?
Julian?
The movie can't start.
No,
It
because...
can never start because I need you to hit me with that synopsis.
What if I'm raw dogging life?
I don't know.
Red Shoe Diaries. Jake Winters, David Duchovny, is mourning the sudden loss of his fiancée, the soon-to-be Alex Winters. Not from Lost Boys, but somebody is. Bridget Bacco, when he happens upon a diary she kept that reveals she had been embroiled in a tawdry affair, unbeknownst to Jake. Jake finally gets up enough courage to play basketball against Alex's lover, Thomas K. Butler. Billy Worth. Things devolve into a sweaty man wrestling match. In an attempt to help himself more, and Jake decides to open a want ad for other cheating women's stories involving their own Red Shoe Diaries.
Guitar. I still believe.
Raise me up.
Yeah. So David, he's got a good life. He makes skyscrapers,
Yeah.
multiple ones.
Yep.
He lives in a really weird. It's a renovated soap factory.
It's the fucking Bernard from The Favor, Brad Pitt. Like,
Yeah.
it's another one of those weird lofts.
It's just a huge open loft. Some of it's wood, some of it's a basketball court. Apparently, eventually, there's a bar.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's amazing, except for when he pulls up to it in his car and is trying to get into his
Oh, and
loft.
the alarm goes off.
Well, no, it's just like, what a perfect place for somebody to be hiding to kill you.
Yeah,
That it seems like that must be in a terrible area of the city.
but that alarm goes off
Yeah,
whenever they open up the door.
I don't remember that.
Oh God! And there is an old lady dropping groceries. So I'm like, what is he going up, like a elevated subway or something? What's going on here?
I thought that was like another person in the apartment building.
Me too.
It's his maid.
And she's crying. I'm
She's-
like, what the hell? And she's like, oh, Alex is dead. Yeah, it's his maid.
Yeah, she's cleaning up after the suicide.
She's like Slavic or something.
Getting the old fruit out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what she spilled? She's stealing the fruit because it's in a grocery bag. Otherwise, it'd be in
Yeah.
a garbage bag and wouldn't spill everywhere.
Yep.
She's stealing your fruit, Duchovny. How do you feel about that? Your
He doesn't
fiance
care.
killed herself, and this whole bitch is stealing your fruit.
Oh yeah, it starts at the funeral,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a huge silk suit on,
Yeah.
just billowing in the wind. And his dead wife, or his dead fiance, his mother is there. She ain't having anything. She goes, "Call me when you grow a spine," or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's just moping.
My girlfriend refused to watch any of the movies we watched.
Yeah.
But she saw that scene, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I said, "What the fuck? What's up with that old lady? What a mean old bitch."
Yeah, because he doesn't really even say anything for the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the movie.
it's all looks,
Yeah.
sad looks. They just keep cutting to him, like
He gets home. He meets the old lady, and I couldn't tell. Is he wearing a bathrobe around his house with no shirt on, or is he wearing no shirt in his trench coat that he was wearing when he came home from the funeral?
oh, it's probably a robe.
Silk pants, no shoes, no shirt, and just a fucking overcoat or robe.
I don't know if you'd want to stank up your coat.
And we're getting some flashbacks, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so excited. I couldn't work today, so I went home and danced." It's like the worst dancing ever.
It's horrible.
It's like fake African dancing.
It's like Elaine's kinky
Terrible.
feed.
Yeah, I'm like, if this was her moment, she.
I was like, is this supposed to be sexy?
Oh, and then he fucks her on that against that tree.
Has the sexy started and this dancing around his skyscraper paper mache?
Some of this feels like the flashbacks from The Crow. Like they had no time to get this relationship across.
Knock, knock.
So he's like, I love you, and there's rings, and they're all, oh, Eric. You know.
But yeah, he fucks her against that tree.
And she's like, there's people over there. He goes, I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't. He starts slipping his hand up.
She goes, no, and he takes down her panties.
She's like, maybe.
Maybe.
And he just does her.
Kind of hot.
A little bit.
A little bit. Not crazy hot.
No. Not really even warm, to be honest. But
But I kind of like it. I kind of like it when the ladies are like, when you make a move and they just melt.
they just melt. And she melts all over this fucking movie.
And that does not happen in real life because I have a lady and she just throws rocks at me when I try.
I've
So
seen
I
it.
know that is not a thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's made up like the clitoris.
And he's like super wealthy and really good at his job, and she's jealous,
Later on, they cut to she sees him.
yelling at a guy,
Yeah, like he's
ripping
a
into
lawyer.
him hardcore.
Why on earth would the architect ever be like yelling at
No
the
shit, the
construction crew?
financier might to the foreman, or the foreman to the guys, but the architect, he's done. He sells the design. So yeah, she's dead, but he finds her red diary, and that kicks off the film where it's now him reading in his brain.
Did that look cool? You think?
I bet. Do it in slow motion.
Whoa.
And he's reading in his brain, and we now are going into flashbacks. She had like glass in her eye, so she went to go see an optometrist, and he's just like getting real sexy with her, right?
Yeah, why is that one sexually charged?
I was like, oh, this must be the thing. No, that just happens and it's over.
It'd be better for both of us if you didn't move.
Dude's like caressing her face, but he goes, you got glass in your eye. Did you feel that? And she goes, no.
You feel this?
So he goes, I'm going to get that out of there. He comes back.
Still no. She says still no after he says you feel this.
He comes back with a eye magnifying thing and a pair of metal tweezers.
Yeah, definitely. You would use those on an eyeball, right?
I'm like, what are you? You're just going to scratch the cornea.
Yeah.
You got to flush it with your semen. Pink eye.
Pink
What's
eye's from the
red eye?
poop.
What do they call it? They call it something. So she walks out of there and she's got a big pirate eye patch on.
Yeah.
And every woman she walks by, they're like, leave him, girl.
I hope you hit that son of a bitch back.
Amazing.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Everybody assumes she's been beaten by her husband because she has an eye
Yeah,
patch.
not sunglasses,
not a black eye.
which normally was what you'd wear.
An eye patch denoting an injury to your eye.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, I can't walk straight. And she's like, I felt so empowered and whatever. So she almost gets hit by a car and falls into Death by Stereo's arms.
Yeah.
He's a real construction type guy.
Billy Worth, who until this afternoon I was like, I don't know who that guy is, and I looked it up. He's from The Lost Boys.
You miss, sucker.
Once, pal.
He's pretty chiseled.
You love The Lost Boys?
I do.
I love The Lost Boys so much.
I've been waiting for a chance to watch it on on a podcast. Not this one. Specifically.
I mean, whatever. Maybe you like them dirty vampire boys.
Maybe. And so she's like, "Oh my God, you're so dreamy." He reminds me of Cindy Crawford in those Diet Coke commercials.
Sure.
And he goes, "Ah, yeah, you know, I'm kind of deep or whatever, but I'm like humble and shit. And
What
I'm
is
also an idiot."
She cracks open the Diet Cokes and pours them over her tits.
Mhm.
Is that what those commercials were?
Yeah.
And the guys were like,
And then she farts. So he's like,
why does it smell like chemicals?
and I like this.
Diet Coke.
Because he goes, "All right, well, I'll see you later." He doesn't like give her his number or anything. It's just like he caught her and he's just being cool, and then he bails, you know?
Seems like a nice guy.
But what does he do? He gets right on the jackhammer.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Starts jackhammering.
This is my dick.
And then it like bursts a water main.
Yep.
And it's just water flowing out. And everybody's like running away. Oh my God.
But not everybody.
Not him.
And not her.
Or her either.
Perfect chest. Perfect hair. No, you never. I just fell into his arms.
And he's just soaking wet.
Yeah.
And then he goes over to the water that's shooting up and he puts his mouth over it.
Does she have a stupid hat on?
No.
Okay.
She's got a big shoulder bladed red blazer on though.
She wears a dumb hat sometimes. But now, when he puts his mouth over it, was that a joke? You were
No,
going
he
to do
does
something
it.
funny?
He goes,
He puts his mouth over the water main?
yeah, and then like pretends like he's spitting it like a fountain. I'm like, that's not sexy. That's dangerous. So she is like, I don't know, heated about it. She goes, "God damn, that guy was sexy." And then she goes back to the doctor to get the eye patch removed. And she's like on like the 6th floor of a parking garage across from the construction site, which I thought he was going to be working at David Dachevny's construction site.
I mean, that seemed like that's what was up.
But it's not what's up.
It's not.
No, they never linked those. And she's just looking at him. Oh, God, he's so dreamy. He takes off his shirt. And he goes into the trailer and he comes out wearing like a suit.
Yeah.
Gets on a bus, so she gets on too. She's like pretending to be there, but like presenting herself.
Shouldn't he be on a skateboard holding on to the back of the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like gripping the back of it.
Gotta go back in time.
And he doesn't see her. He gets off. She gets off. Follows him. He goes into a shoe store.
Is this like Jesus' son?
Yeah.
He's following the guy with the heart?
Yeah.
Hey. I took off because my throat was closing up. Suddenly I had an erection.
And so she buys flowers and something else. And
Is
then,
she wearing the dumb hat now?
no, she's never wears a hat.
That is not true. She wears a hat in the rape sequence. I shouldn't do that.
Yes, and which is not now.
But I thought I saw her in dumb hats.
Maybe she was. Who knows? Who cares? Maybe she was in a hat at her birthday party.
I don't like hats.
I don't like
I like your hat.
ceremonial hats.
Do you want to tell them about your hat?
It's a hat. I can't jump. Which this movie debunks because David Duchovny's jumping all over that guy.
Yeah.
And he's laying up too. David Duchovny does slam dunk in this movie.
Hey,
I think it's a 9-foot basket.
The best jump you ever seen is it Jack Reacher jumping up to the helicopter where they're like, "Rrr."
That was a good 10 or 15-foot jump. Go Gadget Reacher.
It didn't look right at all. I liked
No.
it when they cut to him running. It's like,
Oh, he looks like he can't run for shit.
it's too heavy.
And she even goes, "You can't run for shit." A few minutes prior to that. Man, that show. I got to a point where I was like, you know, I'm kind of appalled by all the people that they've murdered on this show.
It's insane.
When you stop to think about it, you're just like, anybody they meet is more than likely going to end up dead.
And the thing is, they deserve it.
Oh,
if
sure.
you really boil it down, they deserve it. But we've spent decades watching movies and TV shows where they're like, you can't kill them. It's not right. Put them through the judicial system. Reacher's like, well, no, we're gonna kill them all. These are bad guys. They have to die.
I mean, there's no point in not killing them,
No.
basically. And he just
they're
just crushing dudes.
My complaint about every movie where it's like, why didn't you kill that guy? He's just gonna come back later. Reacher's just like, yeah, no, we killed them all.
Yeah, we know that, so we're not going to allow that.
Okay, so she's following fucking Billy Worth, and he
Yeah.
works at the Red Shoe Diary shop.
He works at the shoe store, but it's like we didn't see him actually go in. And no, we did see him go in.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
Yeah, where's
Who works
he's-
before him? Is this his shop?
Maybe they go out the back.
Maybe.
Nah, it's like a second job, which, like, I was thinking about this too. Do you think he's just living like a super baller lifestyle where he's just like, you know what? I'm super young. I just work a lot so I can have a nice life.
I think he works a lot. He's got a shitty apartment, and he just looks good and bangs on chicks.
Good for him.
And he can really accurately guess shoe sizes.
He's really good at it.
By looking at people. I'm going to take this hat off. It's hurting my brain. And so, yeah, she comes all in. He goes, oh, hey, what's up? And she goes, oh, nothing. I'm just a stranger.
Yeah, I've never seen you before.
I wasn't looking at you or anything.
I like red shoes. You got any red shoes? I want to write about them.
Any of them red shoes? He goes, yeah, what you wearing there? Italian shoes? Ganacci or whatever? It's bullshit. I got these American shoes. My man Kenneth Cole. I got some Kenneth Coles.
I mean, don't we all?
I know, right? Like she's special. And he goes, yeah, hey, I'm going to rub on your leg, though. Oh, hey, how's your eyeball? She goes, oh, I didn't even recognize you. Oh, this is so crazy.
I totally didn't hunt you down.
And he's just jerking her calf.
He's like, but you like that, right? And she's like, yeah, I
really, this is very nice.
Please fuck me right now.
And he goes, yeah, it's like chemistry and kineticism, and that's how they move the pyramids.
And then two old-ass ladies come in.
No, right before that, he goes,
right now, I could balance one of those blocks on the front of my pants.
She goes, oh my God.
Does she touch it or just look at it? She looks at it?
It kind of seems like there's some touching, but I don't think they spell it out.
That's pretty wild. He's got like a super boner.
And he's just like, check it out.
Have a look. See what you see.
I don't think I get super boners in those situations. I think I'm uncomfortable with social interaction.
Well, when you're wearing pants, the boner's just going to go down one leg. It's not going to be sticking directly out.
Well, it depends on the size
Unless
of your
he's got
cock.
a dick pouch.
If you got a little peener, just boink.
Oh, that's true. It's just a little tent.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, a radical. And then these old ladies come in. He goes, hey, ladies, size 7 and a size whatever. And she goes, oh, my God.
But it's okay if you just got like a little tent.
And
you
he
don't
grabs
have to
the
get
box.
a tube down the leg.
He grabs a shoebox and he puts it in front of his dick.
He does. He hides it.
Like he's got a dick in the box. Mm-hmm. And he goes, let me help you out. And then he charges her $200 for them shoes. And so then he goes, this is my address. Come to my apartment at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, why tomorrow?
And he's got to clean his toilet. And she goes, oh, okay, word.
If you're anything like me, it's going to take at least a good day to get all those chunks out.
And during all of this, it's her internal monologue now. That I guess is what she wrote in the diary that David Duchovny is reading in his mind voice, but it's her mind voice when we see her portraying the actions that he's reading.
Mind voice.
Uh-huh.
You can see Bridget Bacco on Instagram right now.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good. I looked her up today.
She seems like a very nice lady.
Much like Billy Wirth. They look exactly the same, just older.
They did a good job with the old age.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be 30 years later and you'll be like,
yikes.
Or, like, yeah, people change over time.
Mm-hmm.
But these ones, you're like, whoa, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Somebody just pressed a button and aged you up. Nothing else happened.
This is Benjamin Button shit going on here. So she's like, all right, I'm finna fuck this dude. I can't stop myself.
Yeah.
And she goes first, oh, I'm about to go out and bang. And then she's like, oh, I better go see Nick, though. And so we see her running slow motion. And then it, like, keeps looping back.
Yeah, it's the same run.
She never gets closer.
No.
Feels like she should be
the
getting closer.
exact same spot.
Yeah, it's just the camera's closing in on her more. But it's the same loop. And she runs like an idiot. And she runs up to Nick's construction site. And he's just ripping into some guy.
You fucking idiot loser.
And his buddy pulls him aside. He goes, hey, man, chill. He goes, nah, you don't understand. You got to be a shark.
Man, they're going to...
Turns back around. Your mother's a whore. Guy's like, oh, this guy knows business.
I respect you now.
We will build for you, sir.
She was.
And she's just like, God, he's so confident.
She just hears the pitter-patter of rain and looks down, and it's her vagina dripping on the floor.
And then she turns the faucet off. She goes, nah, I'm going to go fuck this other guy, though, and it's going to be dry. So she runs over to his apartment. It's like at the bottom of a stairs, like fucking on Dominic and Eugene's trash route.
A story of brotherly love.
And she knocks on the first door, no answer. So she's like, oh, what am I
Maybe
doing?
it's this door right here?
And she goes over to the other door and knocks. But he's outside with no shirt on, but a coat.
Drink, Michael.
He goes, "What are you doing here?"
Is that what they say in the Lost Boys?
Uh huh. One of us.
Except he's not Kiefer.
She goes, "You don't have to drink it, Michael. It's blood.
It's maggots.
He goes, "What?
Worms.
Why are we talking?" And so he goes, "But he's outside, so he must have come from that other door."
Yeah.
But then he's like, "Come into this door," and they go in, and it's just like a shithole.
Did you kind of, for a second, I was like, he's married.
Oh, wouldn't that be funny? Becky, shut up! I'm fucking this broad over here.
I don't know if funny is the right word, but
it's a studio. It's a garden apartment, but the windows are like 9 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
It's like a big ass apartment. He's like hella far down there.
He's got a very, it's just a bed.
Yeah, it's just a wire framed metal bed.
That's like the whole apartment. It's
he's
not
got a TV.
It's not ugly. It's not like what you would expect a bachelor bed to be.
He has a space heater also.
I look and make sure the lights are blinking.
And I think the walls are painted purple.
Yeah.
And so he goes, "What are you doing here, slut?" She
Does
goes,
he say that?
Nah, but that's the vibe. Like he's talking dirty. And she goes, "I don't even know." He goes, "Yeah, you do."
Told you I could move stone blocks with my cock. Your curiosity was piqued.
You're right. I'm here. You know what I'm here for.
And then he walks over to the bed. He goes, "Take off your dress and walk over to me."
Do you need to wash your butthole before we do anything?
Oh, he goes, "You're here because I told you my cock could move stone." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so smitten."
I'm glad your vagina's made of skin, though.
So then she takes off her overcoat.
Is that how I should talk to my girlfriend?
Yes.
Talk about how her vagina's made of skin?
Mm-hmm. But not her skin.
Do you know something? Whose skin?
I don't know.
I'm going to talk to her about this.
So she takes off her coat, but she's still wearing her slip, which I guess is her dress. So she doesn't actually take off her dress. And she walks over to him and he goes, what does he say? He said something funny. I wrote it down.
Only a girl with a gold card would leave her dress on the floor like that.
And then he goes, "Open up my pants." And she does. And he goes, "No, get on your knees."
This is when she's like...
She fucking goes Super Saiyan on him. Stands up. "I ain't sucking your dirty dick."
No, but the amount of her like tonguing that body hair.
Oh, she's sucking on his tit.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean,
like a leech.
Oh, I thought you were puking. I'd be like,
I almost did. Like that cat meme.
I don't like it. I
don't like it. I don't like her sucking on his pecs. She goes ape shit on his nipples.
Well, I
man.
mean that's
you kiss nipples, you lick nipples, man's nipples, but you don't fucking breastfeed on those fucking things.
I don't know. It's interesting as I don't have sex with men, so like I'm not horny to like lick the hair, but I feel like I guess you would be.
I guess you have no choice.
No, I think
it's like a hairy vagina. If you're going down on it, you just
Well, no, maybe you're into it though. Like
but you could be into it, but at the same time, even if you're just into it, but not specifically their what do you call that?
I think people are into hair.
Maintenance routine.
I don't know, but anyways, eventually she's actually licking his jeans. The crotch of his jeans.
And then she gets up and she goes, "Fuck that. I always give away this thing, and now I got it." And she goes, "What is it?" Survey says
power.
Control.
But she is like fishing around in those pants for that dick.
Oh, big time.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, she reaches in like this. That's probably doesn't even
I mean, it's a boner check-in, right? Okay. Yeah. I find this to be a little bit hot.
This is specifically the hottest scene for me.
Oh, interesting.
Where I had a tinge.
Yeah.
Twitch.
I think it moved.
Oh.
Yeah, this movie, well, I guess we'll talk about at the end. Okay.
The problem is it's filmed in a way that is unsexy and is killing boners.
Okay.
If they just filmed the interaction, I think that'd be a boner city.
All right.
But if they keep doing that thing again where they're looping the same thing and it's when the audio's all fucked up.
I just liked it when she's trying to fish that dick out.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Like when he's banging her from behind. And then she gets on him.
Yeah, okay. This is when she's thrashing upon the top. That shit's crazy. Like, I'm supposed to think that's hot, where she's like, wow.
It's like she's possessed.
Tits flopping around.
Yeah.
There's not enough tits in this movie. Huh?
Are they her tits?
I think this is her tits, but you see the back of her vagina at one point.
Yeah.
That's not her, right?
When David Duchovny's kissing her butt. I guess not.
You really you can really make out that vagina.
Yeah,
That's wild.
there's beaver hair down there, boy.
That's why people are.
I was like, oh shit.
Is that why Red Shoe Diaries is like number one?
But then when he fishes her out of the bathtub later, they do a panty shot of the cooch.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the time to show that thing. You know? But
So it's like,
so they're just ravaging each
Yeah.
other. And then she gets out of there.
Yeah.
And David Duchovny's just like, ugh. People are calling him this whole time. Hey, I want to take you out to dinner and talk. You okay? And his partner's like, yo, bro, we building them scrapers. Where you at?
Oh, because people are calling him because she's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, because the whole movie is
He doesn't
in
leave the house.
flashbacks for the most part.
Yeah.
This is flash. All right, I don't know if we made that clear.
And he's starting to put her shit out into suitcases. That's how he finds the diary. It's like, damn, right, all right. All right.
Damn it, what?
Right away.
Right away.
You getting over
Got
it?
rid of that shit?
And so he's like, damn, she fucked this dude.
Dude, he's cranking one out.
I would, to be honest.
If she's getting real in depth to how hot it was, getting
Yeah.
fucked real good.
Fuck yeah, man.
Get in that cuck chair.
Shit. You know, and it's like reading manga. And so, but then she goes, oh, one time would have been a foolish mistake. You know, manga.
Yeah, I know.
And, but twice, ooh, I'm a dirty girl. And she goes back, and they bang it.
She's hooked.
Yeah. I'm no longer interested in this at this point.
True, the movie, the true lesson of this film is like, okay, you got to be worried about cheating,
AIDS.
You're gonna feel bad. You're gonna get an STD.
Yep.
A lot of things could happen, but people forget.
Yeah.
What if you get fucking hooked?
Yeah.
What if you get hooked on that new?
Because they don't, he's not using Profos.
Fuck no.
And she's not on any sort of anything.
No, she's going home with the fucking guts full of him.
Yep. And David Duchovny's sucking it out.
Oh God.
I don't know what this is, but I like it. It's different.
It's like brown and yellow. It's been sitting in there for a while.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Later, I'm dirty down there.
But you like that, don't you?
Because she's rushing home and just juicing that thing. Get that Italian semen out of
Is that
there.
what you do? You're just gonna shake it till it
Get like
falls
a
out?
bristle.
Oh my goodness.
The toilet brush.
Well, when she goes home, is this when she gets robbed by the dirt bikers?
Oh no, that's after the hotel.
You're gonna say substantially later? I believe you.
I think so.
I believe you. You're wearing those
So I'm
glasses.
like, what is going on here?
And I believe you.
Because then she goes home and does the deed.
With David?
No, the deed, capital D. She kills herself.
Oh.
It's after she gets robbed. Because it's all just, her mind's just like, she starts writhing on the floor. Yeah. So she goes back, bangs him out some more, and now he's hooked, though. And he
Really?
starts, yeah, because she's like, I didn't see him then for like 3 weeks or whatever. And David Duchovny's fingering her in the bathtub. And this is weird. She's like, hey, she says she felt like when she stopped seeing Michael, like an alcoholic coming off the hooch.
Mm-hmm.
she said that. Like, what is this, 1920? Hooch? Give me a break. So, David Duchovny's like fingering her in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, maybe you should take off work tomorrow. We can go up to San Fernando.
I don't think it was tomorrow. I think it was that night.
I think it was like, take off work tomorrow.
Okay.
And he goes, no, I got dinner date with my clientele tomorrow night. Yeah. I can't do it, baby. And he's still fingering her.
I mean, I'm with him. I mean, I don't short notice like that. I don't think works.
No, but a little bit of notice, I'm sure he'd be all about it.
Yeah.
And he's rich, so he'll take you to the nicest places, and he seems to really love her and give it to her.
Do you think?
You know, he's not like not giving it to her, and he's not loving her.
Yeah.
Seems like this is it.
Do you think he's still doing the job throughout the series? Like he's still an architect? Or do you think he's just a fucking weirdo?
I don't know, because I kind of felt like the series existed, and then they did this movie as like a prequel.
Oh, no.
That's not the case.
Incorrect.
Which would have been better.
No.
Like, who is this guy? People are like, it's been 2 seasons. Who is this guy?
And this would be your payoff, seeing him not say anything for the first half hour, just pensive looks. Pensive?
Mm-hmm. So he, then she's like, I'm quitting this dude, but he comes to her job, and he's like, I'm her brother. And he goes, baby, look at me. I love you. I want to marry you and shit. She goes, I don't want any of that.
You completely ruined this by finding out who I was.
Yeah.
You took my...
Name?
Power. Control.
Yeah, well, one man shouldn't have so much power.
No.
And he goes, all right, though, but, you mind, though? And so she gets a hotel room, invites him over like an idiot, drinking champagne like a real idiot.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm leaving you. And then she sits on the floor, really weird. She squats.
If we're talking about her being an idiot, now is the time to point out the hat.
That too. It's a blossom hat.
You fuck, get a...
So instead of sitting on the edge of the chaise chair, she just sits on her butt with her knees up in a skirt, barely covering her bits. And she's like, it's over. And he's like,
I can see your cooch.
Is it though? And he's like, yeah, I'll force myself into you and nobody can stop me and you can't leave me until I say it's over. And
I kind of sense that it got just a pinch warmer and moister in here.
Yeah, I can put a heart on the window because of the
swampy cooch
condensation. And she goes, damn it, Michael. And he pulls her over and they just start fucking.
This hat is supposed to be a deterrent. I look horrible wearing this blossom hat.
Yeah.
Why would you fuck anybody wearing a blossom hat?
Yeah, I know. I don't. No.
She looks really young in this movie.
She does. And she's supposed to be 23 or 26. Because she has a birthday.
Yeah.
And they're like, happy birthday.
It's a big gap at 23.
And David Duchovny's like 35.
Yeah.
There's like a 10-year gap.
Is he really?
I'm sorry, 23 or 26. That's what I said. 23 or 26.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah. It's not a huge gap.
But you said he is 35.
He's 35. That's a big gap.
But I'm saying 23 or 26 is kind of a big gap. Because like a 23-year-old, you're like, well, I don't know, like go to college maybe.
I suppose. But
26-year-old, you're like, okay. I mean, you're kind of getting established a little bit.
She works a lot.
I mean, not me.
She's an interior designer.
I'm 41. I'm a real piece of shit.
Yeah. But you're raw dog in life.
Right, Jen? Right?
Damn, cold.
Nice.
And boy, so she can't quit him. Now she's all drunk walking down the street. Two fucking dirt bike.
You see these dirt bikers, and you're like, what? You guys had to squeeze like city dirt bikers into this movie? And then they steal her shit and drive off. And I was like,
they're riding
right.
dirt bikes, but they're also wearing gear that you would race in.
Yeah, they're
dirt bike racing.
They're from the movie Rad. Yeah.
This is California, Los Angeles, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. That's where they filmed it. It's
Minneapolis?
Yeah. I think it takes place in the valley. But,
St. Paul?
So she opens up the cage again. The alarm goes off. She goes upstairs. And she's writhing on the floor because she's just like, oh, no, what do I do? How do I quit him?
And they have that stupid dog.
Yeah.
We never talked about their dog.
Comes up later, though. The dog, I forget the dog's name, but it's a lady name, but the dog's played by a male dog.
Oh, my God. There's that one time. Is it now when she's drunk where she's down on the ground and
she's
growling at the dog?
I think that they could have did a better reaction with the dog where it's more fearful as opposed to just laying down and submissive.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Because I'd be like, what do you... If I saw her in the park playing with her dog like this, she's on all fours with the ring frisbee.
You take a rock and smash the back of her head until
she's like,
dead.
Arr! Arr! The dog's like, okay, Alex, you in. Yeah, if you just walk by and saw that, you'd be like, this lady's insane.
I think she fucks that dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Look at her red shoes, though.
The dog wears the red shoes.
Yeah.
The dog wears the red shoes in this relationship.
So she's so conflicted now because she loves Nick, but she's cheating on Nick. She can't quit Michael, but he's also very dangerous.
She's fucking hooked on it.
So she gets into the bathtub and she slits her own wrist.
I thought she was going to take some drugs.
I don't know if they mentioned at the beginning that she died from taking her own life.
Yeah.
But
trigger warning.
At one point, Duchovny is in the bathroom and he notices a drop of blood underneath the bathtub.
Yeah, I remember this.
And he goes like this with his finger, and he tastes it.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that her period blood?
Tastes like old blood. What?
Like, because we have no indication why there would be just a drop of blood under the bathtub. And also, it seems like he's in a tiled bathroom when he does it, but the bathtub's just in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Because we don't know that she takes her own life, right?
Well, I guess. I don't know.
I thought she just died unceremoniously.
Well, I mean, I marched into this knowing exactly what happened, so.
After a walk to remember, she just dies. Okay. So he is now pissed. And he takes it upon himself to go visit Michael at his shoe shop.
Yeah. What can I do for you? I'm looking for something for a friend.
And he goes, hey, you got any red shoes?
And then he is trying them on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he says to Michael, he says, why don't you see, I could move some granite with this hard on.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what you said earlier.
That's exactly what I said. But that isn't what happens because
they start a tour.
It's more impactful later on when they're confronting each other. So Michael leaves work and he goes to a bar, and Duchovny just shows up there.
Just like stands by him without looking at him.
Looking forward. He's right here.
Oh, hey, man. You're that guy that wanted some red shoes, but I only had green.
Yeah, he goes, what, are you following me? He goes, oh, nah, man. I also frequent this bar that you go to every day.
You never seen me here before?
And then, so they're talking, and he goes, yeah, you can't judge a book by the cover, man. You know, I bet you didn't know I could play basketball. And he goes, nah.
But you really never know who somebody is until you test them.
You never really know.
You don't know. A grand against whatever you have in your pocket says I am who I pretend to be. And I can kick your ass on the court. What do you say, Michael? You ready to be tested?
The guy goes, what?
I got enough for a comic book.
It's a very specific and yet incredibly odd challenge. And you seem very aggressive about it, too.
Yeah.
Tell you what, whatever you got, man, I'll give you 10-point spread and shit. And then all of a sudden, 4 women come over.
What the fuck is this?
Well, because he knows one of them. And I'm like, I feel like she's familiar, but what is going on here? Because there's 2 blondes, Bridget and Bridget. One doesn't speak any English, is Swedish. And she's the best friend of somebody else. And the other one's the best friend of that same person, and they're best friends. But then there's a curly-haired chick that knows Duchovny, and then another woman who maybe also does. And I'm thinking, he must have told them, because they pretend like they don't know him. But as the night progresses, it becomes obvious that they do.
You think this is planned out then? Oh.
I do, but I'm like, why would they agree to go along with any of this? And did they hire the 2 blonde women?
He's grieving. You gotta do anything you can to help your friend through grief.
It's so weird. And maybe they do establish that they just happen to be there and that they know them the whole time, but it feels like they don't. But so he goes, hey man, these chicks want to fuck. You keep talking about basketball. And he goes, well, let's go play ball though.
Yeah.
So they go back to his bachelor pad.
Mm-hmm. Now.
And and they're playing 1-on-1.
Are you not smoking weed still?
I smoked a little bit before I came in.
You want some apple fritter vape?
No.
I got herpes.
Cool.
Do you want 2?
No, I stopped smoking at 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah, because the sleep thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, respect. Mm-hmm.
And they're just balling hard.
Well, Ollie G does.
And the chicks are like cheering, and he elbows the guy in the face.
Hey, we didn't talk about Duchovny being handsome in this. I think Duchovny's super handsome in this.
He's kind of built too.
He's got a good look.
He's not like cut, but he's like got a decent amount of unnecessary amount of definition.
I also find him to be a good actor in this.
This is awesome!
What do you call them when they're all clumped together? Gaggle, phalanx, a choir, posse.
Stop it! Jake! Somebody's gonna get hurt, I'm serious!
And it's starting to get really weird now. He's super aggressive The other guy, he's just beating on him. The women are cheering intermittently for both. The one opens up champagne, spills it on his floor, and she goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Takes off her
pants.
Yeah.
And starts soaking it up. And now at this point, both men are shirtless. David throws his shirt at her. "Clean it up with this, slag."
No, he's trying to be cool. He's like, don't.
He's very hostile, though.
But he's like, don't clean it up with your pants, you idiot. Here's a shirt.
I think she looks good. That's where the boner comes from.
Oh.
Girl taking off her pants, cleaning champagne off my floor.
That seems sad.
I be yelling that hotline bling.
It makes me sad that she feels so bad.
And so now they're getting super aggressive.
I killed
More
myself
so.
in a bathtub just because I felt bad for her.
And eventually the ball goes into a gravel pit.
Check out my gravel pit.
And they are now just like fucking wrestling in it.
Oh,
And then they get
great.
the ball out, and and the guy goes, "What's going on here, man? What is this?" And David's like, "What about them red shoes?" And he goes, "I don't know what's happening." And then he goes to the bathroom, and the Swedish chick Michael goes to the bathroom, and the Swedish chick comes in. She's touching on his.
He doesn't get the red shoes till after they have sex in the bathroom.
Do they have sex?
I think they have sex in that bathroom.
Because it's weird. Because she's touching on him and they're kissing. And he goes, "This is what you want?" She's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "All right."
Because that's the word she knows he is.
And then we see Michael or David Duchovny's out there with the curly-haired chick.
"Everybody get out of here. I want him to myself."
And he's just fucking ranting maniacally. "Guys in there fucking this and that.
Get a real job, you punk! Are you motherfucker? Ah, shit!
And I put basketball. Come on." And she goes, "Leave it, Nick." And he goes, "I'm sorry." And then he rushes to the bathroom. "What the hell?" And she goes, "No." And then he goes, "Everybody get out of here." And she goes, "I don't want you to be alone, though. I'm afraid of what you're going to do." And he goes, "It's cool." And she goes, "I'm going to call you in 10 minutes.
I'm going to rape this guy.
And he goes, and this is weird because it feels like he's kicking everybody out, but the guy's still in the bathroom.
I'm going to do to him what he did to her.
So they leave. All the women leave. And he goes, "All right." I forget what he's calling him.
Calls out to
Ray?
him a lot.
Whatever. Yeah, he goes, "It's just you and me now.
Ray.
It's just you and me now."
Tom, it's just me and you, Tom. Come on out, Tom.
He just keeps saying it over and over again.
Yeah.
You're like, is that guy even in there? Maybe he flushed the toilet and that's how he got out?
This is where it gets weird because when he looks, because the doors, it's like doors that are on like a center hinge.
Yeah.
And they do like this, like shutters. There's like 4 doors that separate the bathroom
Some
from
great hand acting.
And we can see through them, and you see his legs as if he's like laying on the floor.
Just me and you, Tom.
Okay.
And you're like, what? And then all of a sudden he just comes out with his shirt in his hand, like, "I'm out of here, man. What is this?" And David Duchovny flashes the light on him.
Why would you have this in your apartment? Why would you have this?
Because he rides that lift, and it shows how the sun rises and sets against the backdrop of his buildings.
Are you serious right
Yeah.
now?
And then
Really?
his partner goes, "I don't care how this looks." He goes, "Yeah, but look at how the shadows."
God damn.
Yeah.
How
it's so
stupid am I?
pretentious.
Does everybody watch movies like you watch movies?
He also poured the light on Alex, and he goes, "I want to see your nude body in the silhouette of the shadow." And that's when he's kissing on her butt, and we see the gap.
Are you
And tits.
stupid like me, or are you smart like him?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you watch movies? Do you notice everything,
Mm-hmm.
or do you notice? I mean, enough to be like, I like movies.
Yeah. You just watch them. I live them.
Like, I'll do my best to watch them, and then I start doing this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I cuddle up, turn off all the lights, and I'm
Unless it's
always
awesome.
scared.
Yeah.
You know, oh, he loves her. And so now he throws the red shoes at Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And what does he say? "Put them on, bitch."
Put 'em on, bitch.
Oh, he does say that. I was gonna say, how do you like them apples?
It's
but
what
put
I'm
them on, bitch, is so
thinking.
much better.
Now I'm thinking, oh my God,
Is he gonna fuck him?
Is he gonna fuck him?
That would be pretty fucking crazy.
They're both shirtless. They're sweating.
Yeah.
So they wrestle a bit.
It's never homoerotic though.
It's not.
There's never a hint of that.
They're slamming each other down, and then they're sitting there, and David Duchovny's just dripping sweat.
Yeah.
And Michael's like, "Where's she at?" And he goes, "She killed herself." He's got him in a headlock. Yeah. And then they break up. And they get up, and Michael just punches him in the face.
It's a pretty big gap from when they get up and when he hits them.
Sure,
you're like.
But the next thing of note,
what's gonna happen with these two? Are they gonna comfort each other? Are they gonna become friends because they both went through it with this lady? Like what exactly?
And it's a sound effect.
It's like when CT hit Adam on the challenge.
Hey, Adam! Whoa!
Completely ruins and deflates the movie.
This one?
Yeah, that sound effect.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't.
Because this is a cathartic moment. Is a hurt in my head too.
Julian, I like how you just have to be you. I appreciate it.
It's a cathartic moment.
I would ask to wear your hat, but I would stretch it out
because it does feel like David Duchovny's had a breakthrough. He can finally say it.
Yeah.
And confront the guy. And the guy can finally be like, "Oh, damn.
She's gone. I cared about her a lot.
We both lost her.
My own weird way.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even say my own weird way. He cared about her. They had a thing going on.
Yeah, he punches him and knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah, he really blasts him good.
And then Dave wakes up and he goes to a diner. He's eating food. And then he asks the lady that works there for quarters.
Does he have a bloody face at all?
I don't think he does.
I wish he did, because then we could talk about Reacher when they all go to the diner.
Yeah, and everybody's like, holy shit, girl's got
my God.
like a stab wound. And
looks like that guy's got a briefcase with $65 million in it.
Mm-hmm. And bearer bonds like he's Hans fucking Gruber. But this is weird. So she gives him the coins, and he gets up from the diner, and he's leaving like this. And there's a lady sitting there.
What is that thing?
It's the maneuver he makes.
So he walks?
Yeah. Like he's a puppet. Just and there's a lady sitting there, and she starts giving him the googly eyes.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I thought he was going to go make a phone call. Is he going to just go over to her with the quarters?
Yeah.
But no, he leaves. He's got his dog with him. Dog's just outside.
But he's desirable. Other women want him.
Dog isn't even chained up. He's just sitting outside.
I think the leash is the leash on something?
I don't know, because he just goes, come on, and the dog just starts following him. Yeah. And then we hear the voiceover because he calls the newspaper. I want to take out a personal ad. And he says exactly what she said earlier in the movie when she's driving in the taxi cab, setting up the fake ad for Red Shoe Diaries.
In her taxi cab confession.
And he goes, send him to San Bernardino. And the movie ends. Because he's the Red Shoe Diary now.
You're the Red Shoe Diary now, dog.
Yeah. So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Did this movie give you a boner at all?
This movie did not give me a boner.
I had a brief making of a boner.
I mean, I found it a little bit hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it will rank on the boner scale.
Yeah, if I was younger and hard up, and this was still like the 90s.
Yeah, you didn't have much internet or any at all.
Right. It's like I could either turn on the fuzzy Playboy channel. It's being blocked, but I can still kind of make it out. Or this.
Did I tell you how I get sex toy catalogs sent to me when I was like 10?
Mm-mm.
And then I'm like looking at them. I'd be real into them. And I'd rip them up and throw them away.
Yeah. And lash yourself.
I'm too young. This makes me scared and confused.
Lord help me.
I don't think 10's correct. It's probably 12.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
This movie gave me a little bit of a partial makings of a brief glimpse at a boner.
The boners are 1 out of 10, right? 10 being
fucking
some real like 15-year-old hard cock.
Yeah.
Is that the highest ranking? This one time when I was at this kid Andy I knew, his party, and we were talking with this girl that was living there. We were all in college at this point. This girl was talking about how she misses the boners of younger guys, like 18-year-old kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really fucking hard. Like, rock hard cocks.
Yeah.
She's like, these older guys, 'cause like, I was probably like 23 at the time. She's like, it's fine, but boy. They got hard. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a 10 on our scale.
The problem is, though, yes, it's easier for younger guys to get harder boners.
Yeah.
But 20-year-old guys, 30, 40-year-old guys can get some pretty hard boners.
Nah, man, I got to put like a 3-4 rubber bands around there.
You just got to like make it a good boner.
with 3 or 4 rubber bands?
No, I mean, like, just being nude in a woman after a certain point, it doesn't cut it. So out of 10.
10 out of 10 boners?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would like to say I was expecting this movie to be pretty hardcore. I
Really?
thought it would really hit the erotic buttons, you know? I didn't think it'd be like a hardcore pornography where I'm seeing fucking parts smacking. I thought that it would be super hot.
Honestly, when it started, I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be like a movie, huh? And then when she's getting doggied, I was like, oh, this is kind of like softcore. It really takes a while to get there, and it's brutal. And, boy, I don't know if she needed to kill herself, but... Who could, like, be turned on during all of this?
I would give this movie a 5.
Yeah.
Turned on? What do you mean? Oh, watching this movie?
Yeah.
You're watching it late on cable. You're tuning out the story elements.
But
the movie's not very
much
good
of it.
either. But you're also just waiting to see more titties, which there's not that many boobs.
There's some, but it takes a
It's
while
her,
to get there,
and
and
it's not that many of them.
it's like passing glances.
And some of it's her going. Fwah, fwah,
Some of those
fwah,
are body
fwah.
doubles, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
because the breasts change size,
Oh, do they?
I believe.
Wow, good breast.
Well,
checking.
much like Michael can guess shoes from a distance.
Yeah, you can tell their size.
Mm-hmm.
I would give this movie. I guess I'm not real clear on how to do a boner scale yet, but I would
either.
probably give it like a 5.
Like, yeah, that's hard because we're not judging the quality of the movie, right?
No, I
We're
gave
judging,
the
like, the
movie
potential
I think
for
a
a boner.
5 too. It's
It's kind of like the Spookies, right?
yeah.
Where
Oh yeah, it's trying to do a thing, and if it doesn't do it, you're just like, what is there for me?
yeah, man. On a boner scale, I'd probably give this a 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 5 and 5. What do you rank it as
I
a
gave it a
movie?
3.
Oh, on the boner scale?
Yeah.
What do you? Well, I meant 5 and 5. I gave it 5 and 5.
Oh,
5 is a movie. 5 is boners.
okay. I give it a 3 as a boner. As a movie, I give it a 4.5.
Okay, that's fair. Wow, 3. I guess I don't know. 5 might be too high.
I feel like the sex kind of gets in the way of what could otherwise just be a, by the books, romance, tawdry kind of thing, like a Angels and Cowboys kind of
In
thing.
the outfield, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The problem is I think they couldn't go far enough.
Between you and me, when the ladies are acting like something is going inside them, and they're like, that I like that. So we did boners. What do you think about we doing boners?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next time we'll pick something that's a little more bonery.
It's tough, man, because you're like, only like a porno is going to be a full boner fest.
Well, I don't know. No, I mean, okay, now, I mean, you don't have to rank it as an actual hard cock in your pants, okay? It can be a spiritual
No, I mean like a
boner.
turn on feeling, I think.
I mean,
Like Barbara Crampton?
yes.
That's a turn on
It
moment.
was crazy.
It's like,
I did not expect it. I'm watching a stupid horror movie, and
Yeah.
then suddenly I'm just like, what the fuck?
yeah.
This is the hottest shit I've ever seen. I am fucking 10 again.
Uh-huh.
This is crazy.
So it's going to be tough to find a movie like that where it can be a movie and then also very sexy.
How hard is your cock, internet? 763-634-1897. Wouldn't you love to leave a voicemail describing how horny the Red Shoe Diaries made you? You don't have to do that. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts,
yeah.
please.
And then tell us to watch a movie on our other podcast.
Yep. We do
Or
accept,
this one too.
Well, we accept
Are we doing
suggestions.
this one too? Is this the same? Okay.
I think you just give us suggestions.
We didn't get a different phone number for this one?
No.
Oh.
We got Instagram, Reddit, YouTube,
Gmail.
Facebook. We doing filmographies. We'll run this on there.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see you next month.
He's been Jason.
And he's been Julian.
And we did boners.